浪的地方，听到篮球是第3个。哎，我是到等一下我要用麦克风。哎，这个是小用麦克风。
Oh, Rachel, and you're for every group, I'm gonna signal to you when you have just 2 minutes left, okay? Okay, so just be aware. Okay.
Test. 会很大声吗 Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Our group are going to present the final presentation in this course. So our topic today is talk about 2 centuries-old shops in Tainan. Because I think everyone know that there is a lot of shops which may establish around years and centuries. So we find 2 shops to discuss with you. So the first one is Aizai Chen Shrimp Rice, which is founded in 1922. It's almost already established for 98 years, so it's already 2 years left to go to a century. The second one is the Fushanghai Rice Cake, which is found in 1947, and is already 73 years old. So you may be curious about that, why we choose these 2 shops out of a lot of century-old shops in Tainan. So here's the reason. Everyone knows the people in food is very famous. Delicacy is very famous in Taiwan, and everyone is. Most of the people in Taiwan consider a fish for their lunch and dinner. But in Thailand, the people in Thailand they more consider on their breakfast to have a baked fish for their breakfast. So, for example, like the rice dishes and also the rice cake is very popular for the breakfast choice in Thailand. But everyone always like heard about that beef soup for breakfast is very popular in Tainan. But why we don't choose that one? Because actually beef soup is a misleading. It is because the people, Tainan people is rich. Because it's not because of they need the rice or the beef soup to give them energy. And traditionally, the farmers in Taiwan they don't eat beef because it's gesture of appreciation to respect the animal's labor. So actually, the farmer didn't eat beef for their breakfast. And so we're curious about that. Why these 2 shops are usually have the very popular and always have a long queue every time when we or one of us visit the shop. And we want to think about that, why these shops can survive for almost a century, only selling 1 or 2 signature dishes. So we may think about the reasons why. Is it because of the signature dishes is really tasty, or because of the brand name is popular, or they use any marketing strategy to promote their shops, or are fashioned by people, or it's just by luck. So in the presentation, we are going to introduce about the shops, the 2 shops. Ajay can go first, then analyze the reasons why they can success, and next move on to Fushanghai Rice Cake and analyze the reasons for their success. So let's move on to Bobson. So let me draw a conclusion for our presentation. You can think that I think one of the reasons why they can survive for around a century. One very important factor is I think the technology did help them a lot because of the media. They go to interview the shops, and the internet. They have a lot of comment shows on the internet. But I think all these comment or recommendations are very subjective. So if you're thinking or you're deciding whether it is worth to try to visit the shop. So I think the best way is you give it a try. Then you can choose one of your best choice for your own pocket list in Tainan. Thank you.
Do you all have any questions for them?
We have questions. Anyone visit the shops before? Any comments about these 2 shops?
I have visited Fushanghai
Or any better recommendation for these two dishes? Because I love Huawei a lot.
Hold on. Go ahead, Tina.
I have visited Fusenhao before because my relatives worked there before. And now, because they have some fights between each other, so my relatives separated and started a new rice pudding shop in the
Opposite.
way. Here is the Fusenhao and here is their shop.
Oh my god, competition, yes. So which one is better?
Of course.
Oh yeah, we will go to give it a try.
Who else? Anybody else?
Okay.
Well, I have a question. So, the person, first name,
I Jai Chen.
okay. Why don't you like it so much? Is it because your expectation wasn't met, or was there some other reason why it wasn't good for you?
Can you repeat again?
Okay, so my question is, why do you feel that why his food is not as delicious or not as good? What are you comparing it to?
The portion, the taste, and the price.
Okay.
Actually, that shop, the environment is worse than Ai Jai Chen. It's sitting outside without air conditioning, just near the road, Hai'an Lu Park.
Okay. Here's what I'm suggesting. If the food isn't good, I get it. But if you're talking about paying a little bit of money for a lot of food, are you really thinking about the quality of the food? So here's my ladies. If you're thinking about the cost to the cost value in terms of the size, the amount that you get, and just the amount that you pay, it costs a lot of money to have good quality ingredients. But if you as a customer are not willing to pay that more money for those quality ingredients, then it doesn't really matter how it tastes then. It's only about the cost. But if the portion is small because those ingredients are more expensive for the restaurant to buy, then maybe for the price, you're actually getting a better deal because they're giving you better ingredients than other shops. So if we remove the price and the portion size, is it actually a good meal?
You mean Ai Jai Chen?
Yes.
Our own opinions of others' opinions.
So you still like others better in terms of taste? Only the taste, not the too normal. What's normal?
No, because I mean the price for these two shops for the stream rice is already a little bit higher than a normal biandang lunchbox. It's already like.
But it's not a biandang. It's not a lunchbox.
Yeah.
But if you compare it to other rice shops, will it still be better? Yeah. See, this is the thing. If you're gonna have a good meal, you can't compare it to anything but a like meal. It's like saying apples are better than oranges, where apples and oranges aren't the same. Yeah. If you have two different kinds of oranges, you can say which orange is better, right? Different species of mango. Yeah. So it's a different way to assess value. Being not is cheap. It's meant to be cheap, but the quality of the ingredients is not always that good. But if you said his shrimp is very fresh.
Yeah.
He feeds the shells to the duck to make the duck taste better.
Yes, they do.
But the original price was not cheap. Before
It
they
before-
changed it.
Well, but that happens. Things get expensive over time. Okay, I'm just curious.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Good
you.
job.